Welcome to Bloody Gaming. This is a full guide for Ras Frostwhisper chain quest in classic WoW. First, you need to come to Scholomance, and before you enter, talk to this lady. Hello, young master, I am Eva Sarkov, and this is my husband Ocean. Certainly, sir, we were once servants of the House Barrow, what is now known as the Scholomance. I was the head maid, and Ocean was Master Barrow Butter. Oh, it's just so horrible, sir. The House Barrow was once full of life, full of splendor. The manor was the Barrow's primary residence amidst their far-reaching empire. Ocean and I noticed that as the days progressed, the Barrows became depressed, despondent, paranoia and rage often overcame the master and missus. At night, we could hear the Barrows arguing in their chambers. From what we understood, their greed had broken the dam, so to speak. We suspect that in order to preserve their fortune and hold of the land well past their lifespan, the Barrows made a deal with a powerful human mage named Kel'Thuzad. From this deal sprang the School of Necromancy, a place which bore the cult of the damned and would become their capital. As each week passed, the House Barrow became more and more decrepit. Dark beings began to take residence in the various wings of the house. Upkeep became impossible and disgusting. And go where? It was all that we knew, and that we had known, and all that we would ever know. Eventually, we lost contact with the Barrows and ultimately were separated from the household. We knew not what happened to the other servants, only that their screams, tortured screams. Knowing that we had nowhere to go, Ocean and I were forced to hide in our quarters. During the day, when the school was relatively quiet, Ocean would sneak out to scrunch up food and drink. We did this for about 6 months and watched as the house went through horrifying changes. Foul monsters roamed through the manor at will. Dark cultists populated every inch with various paraphernalia relating to rituals and sacrifices. We knew that we could not hide much longer. As expected, we were found and captured. They stripped us of our clothes and laid us out inside a circle of blood. We sat there for days, naked and terrified. Restraints? There are things in this world far more restraining than bars and shackles, young master. The undead surrounded us, constantly tormenting us with horrifying acts of depravity. Finally he came. He introduced himself as Dr. Theolen Krastinov. We came to know him as the Butcher. We finally understood what the screams were from. The Butcher exposed us to pain that we did not know existed. He used us in countless experiments, attempting to devise a plague. The days turned to weeks. We would have died on the first day had it not been for that cruel bastard keeping us alive through magical means. The Butcher would speak of the blood of innocence and his dark master, Kirtonos, or of how he must appease his master. Finally, the beast was done with his experiments. We had been drained of all our life, our spirits shattered. The sweet embrace of death was upon us, and we welcomed it with open arms. But in his infinite cruelty, the Butcher revived us from that door. We were to be kept alive and thrown to the ravenous ghouls. He laughed as he watched the fiends devour our flesh. We feel nothing. Our souls remain here in limbo. We are unable to leave until our remains are found and spirits laid to rest. Dr. Theolen Krastinov the Butcher. Krastinov is responsible for the deaths of thousands. He must be punished. The justice must be meted out. Find him and exact upon him the agony he has inflicted upon countless innocents. Once he is destroyed, burn our remains. Turn them to ashes. Dr. Theolen Krastinov. Eva Sarkov wants this monster to die and to be punished for his numerous crimes. I should be careful not to aggro him. He strikes hard. Okay, let's finish him. Let's now burn the remains. I can feel my spirit healing. You have done my husband and I great service, but I am certain there is more to be done. Krastinov, bag of horrors, a great weight has been lifted from our hearts, but your task is not yet complete. Krastinov master, Kirtonos, still lives. Before you may face Kirtonos, however, you must first secure a method in which to summon him. It is said that Jandis Barrow stewards the blood of innocence from Krastinov to Kirtonos. Find her in the sunken catacombs of Scholomance and strike her down. Bring back any clues that you may find. Jandis Barrow. And we have a ghoul. Let's take him down first. I summoned a Void Walker because of her illusions. And also there are a lot of skeletons here that are immune to magic damage. Bag of horrors. The bag of horrors. Kirtonos the Herald, this is it. Eva points to the vial inside the bag. The blood of innocence. The purest blood, used to appease Krasnov master. It is with this blood that Kirtonos may be summoned. It is with this blood then that Kirtonos must be destroyed. Take the blood to the porch. Place it upon the brazier. Kirtonos will come. He cannot resist. When he appears, unleash the fury and wrath of 1,000 innocent deaths upon him. There he is. Oh no, we can't get out. An undead that can transform into gargoyle. That's interesting ability. With the death of Kirtonos, a chapter in the horrible tale of Scholomance comes to a close. There is, however, more to be done. Others here are now aware of your brave acts. Take this. It is a piece of our own essence. It will allow you to communicate with the other lost souls of Seir Darrow. After you equip spectral essences, you can talk to the ghost of Seir Darrow. The cult of the damned has grown large in scope. Nearly every city from the capital to the small hamlets and hovels of both the Horde and Alliance have cult members hidden amongst their citizenry. Do not look so surprised, the cult only wears a uniform for ritual and ceremony. It is quite possible that you have interacted with one during your adventures and not even known. Impossible. Is it? This has always been their method of operation. What is of greater value to Kel'Thuzad and the ever-growing Scourge army? A zealous wing follower that can work their way into a society and then unleash a plague, destroying thousands, or a single undead trooper? Certainly, you cannot be that dense. Yes, Orc, they live, work, and plot among you. Stop no, slow down maybe. The Scholomance is their primary source of training and education. It is from there that the cult members fan out and ultimately make their way into our societies. This is why we must strike at the source, the very heart of the cult of the damned. Slow down. The one you need to kill is already dead. Killing him again will serve no purpose. There are very few ways in which a Lich can actually be destroyed, and none of those means are available to you. That is why I have a plan that will have a very noticeable and real impact upon the cult. It is simple really. Rob the Lich Ras Frostwhisper of his powers, return him to his mortal form, and then slay him, once and for all. I suppose that I'm getting ahead of myself. Ras Frostwhisper is the overseer of this school, the being responsible for training all of its dark masters, a lieutenant and favorite pupil of Kel'Thuzad. He was once a hedge mage of Stromgarde, a rogue wizard that never received his formal training from Dalaran. When Kel'Thuzad opened the cult, Ras was among the first to join the ranks. Ras knew that through dark magic he would find immortality. And find it he did. After quickly advancing through the ranks of the cult, the Lich King himself granted Ras immortality. Thus was born Ras Frostwhisper, the Lich. Now do you understand? Good. In order to carry out my plan, we must first create a life stone. Are you prepared to act? The undead fear life just as the living fear death. For the next quest, you need to go to Stromgarde, Arathi Highlands. Quest item can be found at few locations. There it is. It can be found at 4 locations. I had doubted the possibility of such an item existing. This certainly opens up an incredible opportunity, one we must not squander. Prepare yourself, for what I am about to ask of you will take you into the depths of hell. The dying Ras Frostwhisper. Upon tainted soil, the keepsake must be attuned. It is rumored that Stratholm is where Frostwhisper succumbed to the Lich King. Upon those bloodied grounds, he gave his life freely and with motive, to become one of the undying. It is those grounds that must be found. There is one, an undead dissenter of the Scourge, freed by the banished queen but loyal to the cause of the Argent Dawn. Find him, Leonid Bartholomew, the revered. He may no more seek out white hope. Your quandary stirs up memories that I had hoped would never resurface. Menethil's gift. I watched as a human, Ras Frostwhisper, pledged his undying soul to the Lich King. He drew the dagger to his own throat and, with a smile, cut from ear to ear. His body collapsed inside the borders of the pentagram. The Lich King stood over the fallen mage, and with a single motion, Ras Frostwhisper the Lich was born. Yes, Orc, I remember. What you seek has a name, Menethil's gift, the ground blessed by the Lich King, holy ground to scourge. Menethil's gift. The soul of the fallen clings to that which represents its former life and transforms the item into a soulbound keepsake. You pick the item up and place it in your pack. As the soul clung to the keepsake, so shall its cling to the physical form of Ras Frostwhisper. Return to Marduk with the keepsake. He will instruct you in its use. The Lich Ras Frostwhisper. There is but one task remaining. Confront the Lich, Ras Frostwhisper in his lair. Use the power of the keepsake against the beast. Be unrelenting in your actions. Weather the blows that the flailing beast will surely bring down upon you. Do not give in to the pain. When the ritual is complete, Ras will be mortal once more. It is at that point that he must be slain. Strike him down and take his human head. Okay, let's do this. You have to use quest item on him. It's a channeling ability. And he doesn't like it. Can we get it done this time? Please? Finally. That's him in the human form. Okay, let's make pause of it. I have a health stone. No, he doesn't like me. He don't like to be in the human form.
Can't carry any more of those.
10,000 souls cry out in unison. You have struck a mortal blow to the Scourge and their masters. Warblade of Seer Darrow, 2 hand. Crown of Seer Darrow, and Darrow Spike. Also you will receive Darrowshire Strongguard and 6 gold. Thank you for watching Ras Frostwhisper guide. Write in the comments what do you think about it, and before you go, subscribe to the channel and help this channel grow. Until next time, goodbye.